Zacks Rank Buys, stocks with a short-term buy or strong buy recommendation. Now, here are more Zacks Rank Buys. If you're an investor with an aggressive growth bent, who is on the prowl constantly for aggressive growth stock pick ideas, well, you've come to the right place, because Bill Wilton, our aggressive growth stock strategist at Zacks.com, is here with us to clue us in on a couple of those kinds of stocks that he's written about here in the recent past. First one being Tenneco, T-E-N. The ticker symbol, emission control systems is what they make, among other things, right?
Yeah, and they make those for both automotive original manufacturers as well as the aftermarket markets for autos and light trucks and things like that. Their most recent quarterly report was back in late October, October 28th, but it was a great quarter. They saw revenue up about 23% to $1.5 billion. Their net income grew exponentially. They went from $3 million a year ago to $24 million in that quarter. They beat estimates by a penny, so that was their 8th consecutive earnings surprise. After some of the things that the company had to say, we also saw the bullish estimate revisions, which is definitely what I am looking for in these growth stocks, obviously. But another thing I want to find is value, making sure we're not overpaying for these stocks. The 17 times forward PE ratio here, that's not exactly going to blow anyone away. But when you factor in those growth rates, you got to peg, below 0.7, which is showing a fantastic value for the potential of this company. And they're a really nice turnaround story as well. Last year in 2009, they lost 59 cents for the year. This year, they're expected to pull in over $2.50, closer to $2.70 in 2011. So it's an excellent growth story, but in addition to that, I touched on the value. And as you can see on this chart here, they've got momentum going too. So, normally I just focus on growth stocks, but this one, fits the bill for a lot.
Poly1 Corporation, another one that you wrote about recently, POL, the ticker symbol. Specialty, materials and service
Yeah,
company?
They make a lot of different types of specialty polymers and things like that. They operate around the world. They're headquartered here in Ohio, though. They're also coming off a nice quarterly report. Theirs was back on November 4th. They saw 24% top-line growth. That was driven by both higher prices and higher volume, so they are seeing some activity pick up. They beat estimates by a nickel for that quarter, and they also had some bullish comments from the CEO talking about how there's plenty of room for the company to grow. The other, great factor that you want to see in a growth company, and actually, in the economy as a whole, they actually went ahead and brought on about 100 new employees recently. So definitely something you want to see. That's the last step that says we're very confident moving forward is when we're ready to start bringing on full-time hires. They're also making a lot of acquisitions right now in their continued efforts to grow, looking for those bolt-on acquisitions that will easily merge into the companies. And the other thing that I really like about these guys is their long-term earnings trend. You're seeing a nice V-shaped recovery out of the recession here. You can see in each of these multicolored lines, those are 1 year's consensus estimate. So not only are they growing year over year, but they're growing throughout the year. The estimates are, continue to ratchet up, and more importantly, the shares are responding appropriately. So when we see those estimate revisions, we're also seeing the share price move higher.
All right, makes us all happy.
Yep.
Do you own either of these two?
I do not.
All right, if you want to check out more Zacks Rank Buy stock pick ideas, go to our homepage, Zacks.com, if you're not there already, because there is where we put 4 new ideas up for you daily, one in each of the investing categories written about on Zacks.com. With Bill Wilton, I'm Terry Ruffalo.